friends, all those who are attending the webinar now, I did mention there are certain glitches happening, and that is absolutely beyond our control. But let me reiterate that we are committed and we will be there till 9 p.m. if required, even beyond, provided we have your support. So we will be there definitely till 9 p.m. and we'll try to complete all the sessions because we have facilitators who adjust to the time. You have seen now how earlier line Pankaj Mehta and now Sanjay Khetanji did the same, and we are back on our schedule. I have the privilege now to introduce the next faculty, the second lady of the team of 12, past district governor line Monika Sawant, who is an architect and interior designer by profession. She's from Belgaum, and she's also, as I mentioned, I've been mentioning this about a lot of faculties, LCIP, Lions Certified Instructors Program. She is certified by this LCIP, and that is a topmost level of certification of trainers in our organization. So I would now request Anand to give the controls in the hand of Monika, and let us see with her innovative ideas, which she always displays in her trainings, how we take it forward this time. All the best to you, Monika. And Anand, can you please take over?
Thank you very much,
Thank
Monika ji. You have the controls. Thank you.
Yes. Good evening, friends. Today being a very special day for all of us for two reasons. The first one is today, a day where because of the efforts of Line Rajesh Mehra and Line Anand Mehta, we, more than 500 participants and facilitators, are getting connected on this great platform. And secondly, just as we are celebrating Akshay Tritiya in a very unique way in this lockdown of our country. So my wishes to each and everyone to have a great Akshay Tritiya. Friends, we all know and we many times speak about that I want to do something. I want to achieve something. I want to become someone. Seeing others, we get inspired too that yes, even I could have done it. But we fail sometimes. And that failure is because we don't click the inner power which is within us. Friends, today in this session, we are just going to see that by tapping small things of our life, how can we ignite the power that is in abundance in each and one of us? Many people say that this mysterious energy is truly there, but they don't understand it. There is that the powerful, it is an energy, it's a powerful energy beyond each and every one of us, but they cannot see it. It doesn't exist is what their statement is. I don't believe it, nor do I accept it, because I know each and everyone has a great amount of energy, talent, and potential in us. The only thing is we have to understand it, realize it, and use it in the best possible way. When I speak about this to people around me, and when they give me a negative statement, it recollects me of the great movie for the cine stars, my friends who see that the movie which is Om Shanti Om, where it says that जब कहते हैं अगर किसी चीज को दिल से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात उसे तुमसे मिलाने की कोशिश में लग जाती है. When I speak about this to my few friends, it also makes me remind about the world's best seller, The Alchemist, written by Paul Coelho, where there's a very good statement given that you must always remember that when you truly want something, there is an energy with you and the entire universe is conspiring to make your dreams happen. I believe in the statement very strongly because I have experienced it in my life. The experience is in the year 2010, I attended the Regional Lions Institute, where I was being inspired by the faculties who were there to teach us on various subjects. The inspiration ignited something in my mind and made me feel that why not even I can be like them. So I just took it as a challenge that day that even I have to prove my identity and try to see that I give the full efforts to my passion to come, my dream come true. Friends, but the very few days later, as I was one of the participants of Regional Lions Institute, my club members gave me an opportunity to introduce a guest speaker for one of our event at the club. You won't believe me. There were butterflies flying in my stomach. I just couldn't, but just thinking, how am I going to say? Just imagining, how am I going to face the audience was getting goosebumps in me. It was just one thing that was going, I can't do it. But as the task was given and as I had accepted it, it was like a challenge for me. On that day, I say thanks to the podium too, because of the podium, my trembling legs were not visible to the audience, but yes, I tried to do it. I understood that day that how difficult is it to speak to an audience, to stand before a great gathering and to say few words to them. But friends, the passion was more powerful than the thing that was negative in my mind. And so I grabbed each and every opportunity possible coming on my way. And I won't boast about myself, but yes, in the year 2014, I completed my FDI, later on FDES. And yes, I am Lions certified instructor, where I have got my certification in the year 2019. So this is just to convey you all that when you have the passion and when you think you want to achieve something, everything is possible in life. When we say about so many things, and coming to the topic that we are going to discuss today, that is tapping the power within. Tapping the power within, I would like to ask you all friends that what is that power? Just can I request you all, as if you have the pad and the pen nearby you, can you just imagine what will the power be, or else just give a thought in your mind, what can the power be? Is the power the physical strength that is there, or is it the physical body which puts all its force to do something? I feel it that they cannot be, because they're just there to do the activities that has to be accomplished. At this time, it also makes me think that is it the mind that can be the power of I? No, friends, but mind is there just to accomplish or just allows us to support us to think, to plan, and to imagine what can be done better and in a greater way. So at this juncture, when I think what the power of I is, I would like to put it in a way that the I must be something which controls and directs both the body and mind, something which determines what they can and shall do and how they shall act. Friends, reading and this thing makes us understand what is the power which can help us to change the whole scenario of our life, which is in our own hands. The whole journey of us teaches us many things through experience. It also gives us many opportunities and makes us think about the dreams that can be achieved. We always see to that that opportunities that come our way are not being captured or grabbed in the right way. Very few opportunities have been capitalized in the way that they come. But friends, when we understand what we need the most in life, I'm sure none of you all will lose the opportunity that is at your doorstep. Friends, when understanding the scenario, the world that is moving so fast, the opportunities are very less to us. So let us understand that how can we tap the power and grab the right opportunity at the right time. Today over here, we are going to focus on two important objectives, which we will be understanding through the line of the session. The first one is to capitalize on our strengths and manage around the weaknesses. And yes, the second one is to be what we are and to become what we are capable of becoming. Friends, over here, when we understand so many things, I would like to put a quote. It's not a quote, but a say, which it endorsed to each and every person of our life. We know that no seed has ever sprouted without shedding the husk. Simultaneously, no butterfly has ever soared without hatching from the cocoon. No human has ever lived without letting go of limiting self-beliefs. When I speak about beliefs, I can say that beliefs is something that we have to, and it is when we believe in ourselves, we believe everything that can be achieved. As soon as we accept to this statement that is been visible to us on the screen, you'll find that it will help you to come out of that, I can say, the negative image that nothing is possible. It will make the concept think for us that everything is possible. A little struggle, a little more efforts from us can make negative things or make impossible or impossible things possible for us. Friends, understanding this, and we would like to go to the next thing to understand that how success can be there for us through a small cycle, which I'm going to convey. The cycle is there, but everything needs a start. So as I said, and as the statement here also says, that belief in yourself is going to let off the limits and make you achieve everything. Considering belief as the base of everything or as a foundation for our dreams, belief as one of the strongest aspect which is going to make us achieve what we dream to. Let us understand what belief is, where I would like to relate it to a tree, because we know that a tree, when it grows day by day, it grows taller and stronger. But when it is growing, it also has to face many calamities in life. It has to face the wind, the storm, the heavy rains, and many more things. The hot sun, the cooling waves, many things. But friends, at this juncture, this is just possible that it stands strong facing all these things because it has its root up grounded so strongly that it gives the stamina for the tree to stand strong and face all the calamities in the best possible way. When this thing is being said, it makes me also remind of the movie Titanic, where an iceberg, which is just a 10% what is visible to our naked eyes, could had the strength to wreck such a gigantic ship, the Titanic. Can you just imagine that an iceberg can do such a great impact on the big ship? Yes, it can. Because the iceberg that is visible above the water level, which is just 10 or 20% of its existence, has a gigantic mass which is not visible to us. And that is the reason that even such, when a great ship was just sailing through and when it just hit it, the ship was wrecked. So understand, when the beliefs are strong, everything is possible. So the first cycle, the base that we will take over here is the belief. When I speak about belief, if I believe in myself, I can do everything. The amount of belief you have determines the amount of potential you can tap on. I have the belief I can do, but do I have the potential? Let us understand what the potential is. At this point, I would like to connect or relate this potential to the strength of our own selves. The potential which is there is in abundance in each and every of us, but the only thing is that we don't realize it or we don't use it in a proper way. When we speak about the potential, we all nowadays spend a lot of time in front of TV. We watch many a times great serials. We watch many reality shows. We see many uh, adventurous shows happening around us. Friends, can you just imagine a child that is 3 years old who can just barely stand properly and walk on his own or on her own, performs, gives great performance on a dance where extravaganza, or can sing great songs where a 3 or 4 year child can't even complete a whole sentence, can't even read a whole paragraphs, sings continuously great melodious song. Just imagine the potential that is there in each and every one of. The only thing is that we need to explore our own potential. and it is we that we are going to explore and no one else. Speaking about the potential, today, let me divide this potential into three aspects of it. The first one, as I conveyed, is the talent. But before going to the talent, let us go for a small task. I give you a minute and request you all to just jot down few strengths of yours in the chat box and let me see how the response goes on. So the time is over, y'all, to jot down few strengths of yours in the chat box and understand what are your own strengths.
So you can write in the question box, as the chat box is not available. You may please write in the question box. Thank you, Monika ji.
Okay,
And
thank you, Anand.
I have a few responses here. Commitment,
Yes.
punctual, perseverance, systematic, wearing continuous smile, patience, thoughts, confidence, hard work,
Wow.
my belief system, dedication, good observer, positive attitude, reading,
Yeah.
research, creating
Great
resource,
input.
integrity, self-confidence, and on and on and on.
Wow, what a great response from each and every one. So friends, when we speak about the potential, the strengths of ourselves, over here today, we'll just think about the three basics that when compiled together, give us the strength to make our belief come into reality. Moving on to this, but prior to that, I would like to congratulate each and one of you all to giving n number of your strengths and to make us understand what a great audience is with us today and going to achieve something by the end of this day. My kudos to each and everyone for sparing a valuable time of this Sunday of yours and seeing to that the two heroes of today, Rajesh Bhai and Anand Bhai, though they were the trendsetters, but this session is going in a great way because of your involvement. So my congratulations to one and all involved in this learnathon. Friends, going on to the next, that is understanding what our strengths are. As I just said, it can be a talent. So let us speak about what talent is. When we speak about talent, I would like to convey it is something that is very natural. As I said, nowadays in reality shows, in many different channels, we have any number of shows going on. Moreover, the TV serials, the tele serials that are going on, which is giving great opportunities for so many people to come and give a great performance or exhibit their talents. It is not possible for each and everyone to do. But when you have the talent, you can really reach to that level too. We see small kids to senior citizens performing at various levels for the talent they have. So this talent, I say it, or we can say it as it is something natural in it. It cannot be learned. Yeah, but we can develop it. When we have a part of it with us, we can develop our talent in a great way where we feel proud of ourselves because it defines our own personality. Nowadays, we remember the talent of many great personalities of our own country. For example, Amitabh Bachchan ji, he had great talent, but when he tried it for the first time, was it being accepted? No. But when days went on, he today, years together, he is the superhero and the big B, we call him the big star of our film industry. So the talent is something that if you have in you and continuous practice and develop it in a proper way, it will help you to define and refine it where it will give an identity to your own personality. So I say something that talent is something very natural. It is nothing that can be learned, but it is inherited or inculcated in ourselves from our birth. Talent is also something that cannot be copied. Talent is something that cannot be learned from someone, but yes, when we have a great scope to take it to the next level. Anand bhai, hello. Anand bhai,
Are the controls with you or with Anand?
no, yeah, the controls of keyboard moved. It's not there. It's not happening. I'm not able to get the next this thing.
Just a minute, please. I guess Anand is having a certain problem with his connectivity. So,
Okay.
were you changing the slides or was he changing the slides?
I was changing the slides,
But
but the presentation.
okay,
Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll put on my presentation. I'll put on my presentation. Just a minute. I'll just change over. I'll require the
share
thing for
screen.
the screen to be, yeah, share screen.
Yeah. Okay, you can share your screen. You can share your screen.
Yeah, just a minute. Yeah.
Sure.
I'm sharing, but the slides are not visible.
Now we could see it.
You can see the first. It is the first slide that is
Yes,
visible.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Rajesh, I've changed it. Put it in a presentation mode, please.
Yeah, I'll just do that. Yeah, please, please. Yeah,
Sure.
I missed on that. I'll just do that. Yeah.
No worries. No worries. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ruchira. Ruchita, thanks. Yeah. As I said, it is talent is something that is an inner quality within us. It cannot be learned or nor can be copied from anywhere. Second is it's a natural aptitude. It is something that is being with us, but yes, it can be developed after continuous practice and experience. Also, it is a potential that leads to individual success. Because of our talents, we have been recognized and gained respect in the community. Many times we have seen that we have great sportswomen. Today, our country gives lots of respects to people who are connected to sports, people who are connected to cultural activities, and many more. They have been recognized and have also been awarded with many Ratna awards and many more, which really gets credibility to their personality. So if you have the talent, a humble request to see that don't underestimate your talent, but time is never gone because we know that for any time, anywhere, talent has got no age limit. So friends, with this, I request you all to see that you can explore your talents and be recognized or get your own recognition in the community. The second aspect of potential is knowledge. Friends, knowledge can be acquired. For example, you have been given a task of giving a presentation about how to use LCI to upload your service activities. You being the secretary could just attend the schooling at once, but you couldn't remember properly. Nowadays, our organization is giving us everything at just a click. There are many PowerPoint presentation as well as YouTube recordings available just at a click where we can understand that how can we upload our service activities. So knowledge is something that when you take up your responsibility, when you take up a task, you can acquire it. It can be learned. When we were born, did we knew anything? No. But as our age grew, we have learned many things as per the needs of our life. As per the needs, we also through our experience, we have gained a lot of knowledge, and we see that we also have become renowned personalities in various streamlines of various positions that we are holding. So knowledge is something that can be received or acquired from facts and information through experience. But also knowledge is something that we can understand through education. Friends, we have understood that knowledge can be learned in abundance. It is up to us that what our hunger for knowledge is. As I said that in the start, my passion to be a trainer just brought me to what I am today. But friends, it was just the hunger that made me grab each and every opportunity available at the club level, at the district level, multiple and at ISAMA level, so that I can see and fulfill my dreams in the best possible way. We have understood what talent is, understood what knowledge is. Now coming to the third aspect of the strength that is there, let us go and understand what it is, and that is skill. Friends, talent is natural, knowledge is acquirable, and skill, when put together, I have the talent, I have the knowledge, but continuous practice, continuous experience, the regular experience and continuous practice will surely help me to refine my skills, to put them or to shape, give a proper shape to it. So skills, when I say skills is something that things you understand and learn. Skills are within us. Friends, when I speak about skills, it makes me remind of a very great coincidence that happened this morning. The topic I have taken for the session today is tapping the power within. But friends, today morning our Honorable Prime Minister, in his Man Ki Baat, said something very much related to the topic we are going through at present. He said कि the citizens of India are capable of doing great things, are capable of doing n number of things and activities that they have the potential which can make the country self-sufficient. But still, they have never tried to break the potential and utilize it in a proper way. When I speak about skills, when we go into the rural areas of a country and see the skills that has been there in the people who are in small villages, people who have been isolated from the urban areas, it just makes us think what a world is. The skills in them are in abundance. The only thing is that they never took the opportunity to show it to the world, and so they never got the recognition. He said in his speech today that हम इतने सक्षम हैं कि अपनी दुनिया हम ही खुद चला सकते हैं, पर the only thing is that we never tap the potential that is with us, and we always underestimate ourselves, and we are dependent on others for everything. So it was a great coincidence for me when I could hear something related to what I was to speak today to you all. Friends, the second, when we have the talent and we refine the skills in a great way, they help us in such a way that we excel our own performance day by day. The outcome of our talent becomes more matured and more defined in a great way. So skills are there which can be developed in a great way to get an identity to ourselves. Friends, now when we have understood that we have the talent, skills and knowledge, and when all these three are combined together, they really increase the potential and strength of ourselves. As I said, belief is the base or the foundation for our dream, but the momentum that will be given from the belief is the strength that is there within us. The belief is the base, and the momentum we get to put the beliefs into come to the dreams to come reality are the strength and the potentials. When talent, knowledge and skills coupled together, but if they're not been utilized, they just become a dream in our mind. They occupy just that small part of the cell that is been occupied in a brain, which we say that yes, I want to become a great physician, I wanted to become a great artist, I want to become a great actor. I've had such a dream where I could have my business in a way where I reach to a level of where the Ambanis are. But if you don't put your efforts, if you don't utilize your potential, your strengths in a proper way, these will be dreams that are just written on papers, but nothing will be practically possible. Friends, when we start something, recognize that the learning that has been there is a curve in the steep. You're not going to achieve anything in an overnight. It is just not going to be a magic that a band is just moved around and some magic is going to happen. We having all the knowledge, having the skill and talent. We put an attempt first time, we put it an attempt second time, but when we don't achieve, we relate ourselves and say that the grapes are sour. We immediately get negative in a thought process and we stop the efforts that we have to put. But that is not the way. We make our dreams a plain plateau. But plateau is just a plain stable land which has nothing in it and nothing can happen over there. But if you really want to put your dreams come into reality, the strengths and the potential together, we have to put into something which makes me remember of a great saying of the father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi ji, who said that thoughts become words, words become belief, and belief becomes action, action becomes habit, and habits determines our outcomes. This saying is a fact because when we've been saying that the power of spoken words, if we say something constantly, even if we don't say it with our own words, but if our mind keeps on saying it constantly, regularly, it nearly is equivalent to happening in the future of your life. Words become your belief because the continuous thought process that is there in your mind makes you something that you start believing whatever it is. And this belief has got such a strength in it or such a power in it that it puts the same thing into action. And actions, once when done and regularly done, it becomes your habit. But when they're in a great way, in a positive way, the habits determine and they become the outcome, or we can say that they help you to make your dreams into reality. They help you to achieve your goals. We all know that action normally speak louder than words. So when words become regularly, they are put into action, and action are always been visible to everyone, but words are very time normally been audible to very few people around. We have understood belief as the base of this cycle. It is the main foundation for the cycle to start. With the potential, if it has been tapped in a proper way, the determined and the amount of potential we put it into practice gets us into action or into some momentum. As I said, if these potentials, the energy or the strength we have are not being utilized and put into action, they will be just a dream come true, which will be in our mind that yes, it's going to come true some other day because the actions have never been implemented. Now, friends, when the amount of action is there, and if you determine in a great way, it becomes the results. So over here, we see that the cycle, the success cycle, or the belief cycle that is there, having the belief in us, the confidence in us, the capacity that we can do something when embedded together with proper talent, knowledge, and skill, and all the three put into force makes us come into action. And when this action is there, the result is that we see some prosperity and some good things happening in our life. But if you see at the circle at the end, the results you get determine the belief in yourself. These all are interconnected. The results will be there only when you have the belief in yourself. So friends, when you believe something, it is just going to happen if you can put them in a proper way. Coming to a statement over here, imagine with all your mind, believe with all your heart, and with all your might. Friends, when we imagine, we have to imagine with all our complete mind, believe with all heart. If we don't believe ourselves, no one else is going to believe us, and achieve with all your might. When I speak about this quote, it makes me remember of a great personality of our country. And I would like, many of y'all should have heard about her, but still, I would like to narrate her life story to you so that it will really make y'all understand that what is the power within us which thought and put in a proper way can make us achieve things which will get credibility to our life. The person of whom I want to speak is none other than Arunima Sinha. A girl in the year 2011 was on her way to give an interview for a job at some distance from her residence. She was traveling in a train. During her travel, she came across an incident which had never to happen in her life, but she had to face that incident, and that was a chain snatching incident. In that incident, she was being pushed out of the train, and something, a very bad tragedy, a tragedy happened in her life. The push was so bad that she lost one of her limb, and the time she was traveling was late evening, and there was quite a lot of darkness around. As she was being pushed out, she went on a track, and a second train that was passing went over a limb, and the limb was in two parts. She was in agony. She cried for help, but because of the heavy noise of the trains moving around and the darkness, no one could hear her cry. Friends, she was on the track the whole night. The morning, there were a lot of insects around her body. At such a time, someone could hear her cry and came to her help and took her for the medical aid. She was been hospitalized, and she understood there that she has lost one of her limb, because the time duration that was been there was quite long, that the limb could not be reconnected. At that time, the friends, the relatives, they came over there, came and used to give her a pampering say that yes, we have understood that there is a tragedy that has happened in your life, but now you've become dependent. You won't be able to walk on your own. You'll always require a support of something, and in the might be you'll even be engaging your family members for your daily course to be completed. This made her feel something very negative, that just losing one limb of mine, am I going to become so dependent on someone and lose all the credibility or my individuality of my life? At that moment, she, being a sportswoman, she was a volleyball player, she just thought about that, no, this is not what I am. I have to prove my existence to the world in a great way. Though I have lost one limb, I have the other parts of my body which are going to help me to achieve my dreams and make me a recognized citizen of our country. She just thought, and she made her dream that she wanted to climb the tallest peak of mountain, that is Mount Everest. Friends, we all know nowadays even climbing a small hill is such difficult task to us because of the way of lifestyle we are equating to. Climbing a mountain, that to a person without a limb, just imagine what a dream did she carry. But she had all the confidence in herself. She had the faith in her belief. And so she, because of all this faith and belief, her willpower was so strong that she had a very speedy recovery. The recovery was demanded by her that no, I want this to happen, and the doctors were forced to see that normally a person with a limb which has been given an artificial limb which is connected is been put to a person after at least minimum a year or so, but because of her urge to the doctors, she got an amputated leg as early as possible. And when she was discharged from the hospital, friends, when we are being hospitalized or any of our relatives are hospitalized, the first thing we do that we come get them back home. But this girl was so ambitious, she never went back home. The first thing she did was she went to meet a great another woman, Bachindri Pal, the first Indian woman who climbed the Mount Everest. She went over there to meet her and wanted to see that she could express her dreams to her. Bachindri Pal, when heard her story, and when she heard her conveying her dream, she had tears in her eyes. Friends, at that moment, she just said one thing: Arunima, you already have achieved your dream. Now is the time that you have to show it to the world. Arunima took the best trainings from the best mountaineers possible, and she never saw the day nor the night. Never did she'd celebrate any of the festivals or Holi, Diwali, Dasera, nothing. But she was completely involved in seeing that she trains herself in a great way that she can climb the mountain, her dream, Mount Everest. Friends, the journey was quite difficult. It had a lot of hurdles. When we walk straight, also tumble up many a times. Walking on a steep hill with the ampute leg, just imagine. During her journey, many times it happens that the leg used to get detached from her. The leg used to have a twist. Many times because of the climate, there were many other problems that we've been there. The hard rocks, the melting ice, the freezing level, everything came together, but her willpower was so strong and she was so determined that she wanted her journey to be completed in a great way. And you won't believe, accident in the year April 2011, and on May 21st, 2013, she went for a summit to Mount Everest, where she went and she had our national flag put up over there at Mount Everest during her journey. She had many hurdles. She had her oxygen left over, completely finished. Hurdles like her leg was being detached and many more things happening, but she faced each and every challenge and moved ahead to see that her dream of becoming the lady with a ampute limb to climb the Mount Everest came true. Friends, when she can do so much, why can't we? She always says, when I can, why can't you all? Over here, it is just for us to think that when we have our own belief system strong, we can achieve anything in a great way. So is over here. Believe with all your heart and achieve with all your might. When our belief is strong, everything can happen in a great way. Friends, there's another saying that never underestimate the power that is and has been within you. The day you start underestimating your own power, people will underestimate you. But if you prove to the community that what your power is, you will really have a great life ahead. At this juncture, I convey my best wishes to each and every one of you who have great aspirations, who have great dreams to be achieved, and see that you can keep your name being remembered for years and years together by the performance of your life. And I'm happy that we all together are on such a great platform, that is Lions Club International, which has a great motto of we serve, and gives us n number of opportunities to serve the community. And wherever we go with this yellow jacket or a t-shirt of ours, we've been given due respect because we are there to serve the community with a great saying, where there's a need, there is a lion. We all are witnessing such great services happening nowadays at this time of lockdown, where people are just not thinking about what will happen to them, but they're just thinking about how they can serve the community in a great way, to see that the services of our Lions has been cherished in the memories of the citizen, and whenever they are in trouble, they have the first name, where are the Lions? With this, I would like to end up my say over here, and if there are any question answers, the floor is open to you all.
Thank you, Monika. And yes, after this amazing presentation, you have motivated a lot of people here, because it was very difficult for me to put up with the question section. So to begin with the questions now, can talent be nurtured in any way to bring more creativity in us, is the first question.
Yes, when we have the talent in ourselves, yes, taking proper coaching for the talent you have, and if the talent is self developing type, constant practice will surely help you to groom yourself in a great way. Any talent nowadays, we see there are many centers which help you to groom your talent. Let it be cultural activities, even your mind storming activities, many things, whatever you have, if you develop it through a proper track under proper guidance, you can really see that you groom your talent in a great way to perform and show the world what you are and get recognition to your personality.
Thank you.
Yes, Ruchi.
And the next question coming up is, what is more important, talent or attitude towards work or passion?
At this point, I would like to say talent is something that is going to give potential to your credibility. It is going to give an identity to you. But when you want to really perform something, you also would require the potential to have. Can you just repeat the question, Ruchita?
Says, what is more important,
The
talent
attitude and
or
the second
passion?
attitude and
For work and
talent or
passion.
attitude.
Yes.
Okay. So for work and passion, of course, talent is there, but many a times talent will take you to a certain level. But
Right.
to work together in a team, your attitude has to be positive. So along with your talent, talent will help you just to give your own identity. But when you're in a group, when you're working in a place where there are many people associated, your attitude is also equally important. The positive attitude will help you to also groom your talent in a great way. So it is normally walking hands get together. When we have talent, it is going to give a self identity. But with attitude, it is going to help us to win hearts of people who are around us.
So true.
Yeah.
The next question is, why do you say that talent is God gifted from birth? I think it can be nurtured. What is your view?
Yeah, talent can be nurtured, but a part of it, at least the ignition when you have amongst within yourself, then only you can acquire it. If you really want to see that it is not within you but you want to acquire, the effort levels will be too high. Something that has been within ourselves can be nurtured in a very easier and better way, but equally when you want something to be acquired which is not within you, want to learn something, the efforts that you have to put, your dedication that has to be there, and yes, the way the passion has to be there should be more stronger than if it would be inherited. When there is inheritance or when it is there from the beginning, it gets developed automatically due by continuous practice, but when it is to be acquired, the efforts are more. Yeah, Ruchita, the next question.
As we found so many talents in some people, but they do not come forward in front of the group. How can we handle this situation?
Yes, we have seen many people that they have a lot of potential, they have a lot of talent, but they are with that, I can say, mind or the thought process, what will the world say or what will the people say? They never think of self-development. They think of what will people will say when they do something. If they really want to prove their identity, if they really want to prove their existence, they have to come out of their comfort zone. They have to break the barrier that what will people say, and in fact, take it as a challenge and show the world what they are. People are there. So the
Yeah.
person who has put this question, and if there's someone around you who has got abundance talent but is not coming out, friends like you, relatives like you should see that you give them a platform, you give them a little push, give them a momentum, make them understand so that they come out of their comfort zone and prove their identity.
Agree.
Yes.
So there is one person who needs a little clarification on this one now after the presentation.
Yeah.
Aptitude and talent are the same or different? Because after the presentation, he comes across to the impression that aptitude and talent are the same.
No, aptitude and talent cannot be same, because talent is something that inner quality of you, but aptitude, as we say, it can, as we said, it can be acquired, but they are not the same, because talent is that is going to give recognition to your personality, and aptitude is going to help you to develop your relationships. It is also the knowledge that will be there. Aptitude is somewhere related to knowledge. So knowledge will help you to, I can say, groom yourself in a great way. But when there is talent, I can put it into a better way. There is a single flower, but when that single flower is been put into proper way with leaves and all, the grace is different. So talent is there, aptitude also is there, but talent will add grace to your knowledge.
This is a lovely question here. Do you say
Yeah.
talent is important ingredient for success? What happens to people who don't have any talent?
I believe that everyone who is born has some other talent. The only thing is that they never put an effort to understand what talent is. Talent can be in many ways. It is not only that is something can be performed. So everyone has got some talent. The thing is they don't recognize their talent. Today, even speaking is an art, it is a talent. Performing something is a talent. Making people understand or making them understand some on some topic or one-to-one explanation also is a talent. Talent has got, it is like boundaryless, it is seamless. There is nothing, no end to any talent. So talent is normally in each and every person. The only thing is that we don't capitalize it. We don't understand what our talents are. We normally see talent with a performer like dancer, sports person or something, but that is not only what talent is. Talent has got many different dimensions of life, and so each and everyone has a talent. When a person is acquiring knowledge also, he comes across many things which will help him because of his talent, even keeping things in mind, memorizing them and moving ahead is a type of talent that he can memorize so many things at such a small time. So talent is just a seamless thing, and it is in each and every person. The thing is that we have to capitalize on what actually the talent is.
Well, if I may add to that comment, I would just say develop the talent of using other people's talent for your success.
Wow, great. Thanks, Ruchita, for helping me with that. Thanks.
Okay, so the next question is, does talent and knowledge itself be enough for having good leadership, or is it the practice with consistency that makes you a great leader?
For anything in life, constant practice is important.
Okay.
Anything we do, we have the talent, but if we don't perform it, or the talent, if we don't use it in a proper way, we just, as I said, if it is not put into action, it is just going to occupy the space that is in your brain, like of equivalent to a cell. If you don't capitalize it, if you don't use it, it is not going to have any existence. So talent and knowledge equally important to get a recognition from a leader to develop himself to be recognized in the community.
True. Well, some people here are asking, sometimes to show our talent, one becomes a little bit aggressive. Then seniors get unhappy.
Yeah, yeah. It has been normally a common thing that we have experienced at many places, that seniors normally are there, that they don't want anyone else to get a little more recognition than what they have. At this time, you have to be a little diplomatic and and utilize your talent in such a way, by seeing that you can keep them happy, equally also to see that you don't lose the opportunity to show what is your own capitalized inner strength. So whenever such situations are there, you have to tackle it in a such way that you also keep him or her, whoever is there, happy. Don't I can say go and touch their egos or their respect. Don't disrespect them, but maintaining the harmony between yourselves, your relations, and see that you also get a platform to exhibit your talent.
Talent and knowledge is available, but no opportunity. How to
Yeah.
overcome this situation?
At such situation, you have to create opportunities. When you don't get it, you have to create. You try, because many times it is there, sometimes opportunity will be at your door, you won't understand it, and the opportunity is gone. You have the knowledge, you have the talent, then wait for what? Better you take, and you take a step ahead and you create opportunities, so that people will come to know that what you are, and then will be where your exhibit to them is in such a great way that they will start inviting you for whatever talent you have to be taken ahead.
Correct.
Yeah.
We can take, I think, one or two more questions quickly.
Yeah.
How would you add spice to the joy of giving during this COVID-19 situation? Well, LearnAthon is one example. You are seeing 12 people devoting their time, talent. Monika, over to you.
Yeah. Friends, I'm sure none of us in our life of our age of life should have even thought that we are going to come under such a scenario of our life. We can say that at this juncture, though we are under lockdown. But when we go to different groups, when we are on the social media, we have seen that our friends are putting their best efforts to support the community. Though being at one end, we are trying to help people in a great way by sending us supports and also equally to give our support to the nation. There are many opportunities given by the government also where we can contribute if we don't want to go out physically.
Yeah.
Or the second option is that we move out physically and try to help the community that is in need of this juncture of art. This particular scenario that has been there is a challenging where we have to see first and foremost that we have to keep ourselves safe and then think about others. Putting
Very true.
ourselves into troubles and serving others is not good. So keep yourself safe first and think about serving people others, or else there are many other platforms where you can contribute to help the community in a great way. Yeah, Ruchi.
Just the last question for today. Please suggest some books and movie name for motivation.
For motivation, there are many movies. I can say Lagan. In Hindi, if they want Hindi, there's Lagan, there's Chak De India, there is Uri. There's so many n numbers of movies that have been come out, which gives great messages. Where it really, after seeing that, we get inspired so a lot that we feel of doing something where we get an opportunity to perform. Three Idiots. There's so many movies that are there which we can really learn, take great learnings from such movies and try to imply it in our life whenever the opportunities are there. And
Sure.
when it comes to book, as I said, when it is particularly something to define how to achieve something in life, my favorite book is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. I have read it several times, and really, when I'm into depression, it really gives me a push that yes, I come out of it and I take the lead ahead and move ahead in my life.
Wonderful. Well, maybe we could make use of group wisdom and request everybody to at least share one book that inspired them or one movie that inspired them. Could we do that?
Yeah,
A
you
quick
can.
poll. So,
Yeah, sure.
participants, if you could please quickly write the name of one book and one movie or one movie that inspired you. And while you do that, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Past District Governor Monika Sawant for this wonderful, wonderful 60 minutes which has enlightened so many
Thank
people,
you. Thank you.
and there are such lovely comments. I request you to please go once you're done with this and see the chat box, and if possible answer to those questions yourself, because there are so many, and I'm
Sure.
sorry for to the people who I disappointed. So thank you once again. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Ruchita. At this juncture, I once again would like to thank the multiple district GLT coordinator, line Rajesh Mehra ji, and the conceptualizer, line Anand Mehta ji, for getting such a great platform. Where today, after a long time, I can say that we are connected to a great group of lions and non-lions and have an opportunity to say a few words and my views on the topic given, tapping the power within. Thank you one and all, and thank you, Ruchita dear, for your assistance and helping me, and also for your valuable input that surely will help me to remind it whenever occasions to answer to someone.
Thank you so much. It was
Thank you
such a
one and
pleasure
all.
having
Have a great learning.
Thank you. Back to you, participants. Thank you so much for being such wonderful audience and such patient audience. We've had some technical snags, and you have been so patient.